Hi everyone. So you may have looked at the sun salutation video. Now, for some people that sun salutation is perfectly accessible, but for other people, perhaps if you haven't done much stretching or much exercise for a while, some of the positions and the moves may feel a bit challenging. So what I wanted to do was break them down so that you could still get a bit of a sequence, but you could just use a slight adaptation. My words are getting all mixed up today. So we're going to start with a forward bend. So when we come to standing, for some people, it's very accessible to raise the arms up and lower the arms down either to the floor or to the legs. Now, if you haven't been doing much stretching for a while, your range of movement could just be raising the arms up, and it may only be that you can't even get your hands to your legs, or maybe this is as far forward as you can go, and maybe you just haven't got as much flexibility in the spine. For some people, it can go all the way down, but for other people, maybe it's just here. So your movement will just be raising the arms up on an inhale, looking up, stretching up, and dropping the head to the chin, and then just taking your hands to your legs and lowering down. So raising the arms up, inhaling up, and then lowering the hands down, wherever that is for you, onto the legs or onto the floor, and raising the arms back up. So that could be your alternate forward bend. Now, from forward bend in the sun salutation, we fold forward, okay, and then from here, we're going to come back into a lunge. So we take one leg back behind us, okay. So again, that can be quite a challenge. So what you're going to do to come down to the floor, an easier way is going to be, come halfway on your mat, hands to the waist, feet hip width apart, stick your bottom out behind you, bend at the knees, walk your hands down your legs as your hands begin to walk down on the floor, and you're going to come down onto all fours. The camera's going to come down and join me. Okay, so you're now, move you here. You're now on all fours because we've walked down. I'll show you that again. So I stick my bottom out behind me. I bend at the knees. I walk my hands down my legs and continue. And then both knees come on the mat at the same time. So from here, we were going back into a lunge. So we were taking one leg back and we had one leg forward. So one leg was forward and one leg was back. Now for some people, again, maybe your arms are a little bit shorter. So for you, maybe you need to take 2 blocks or maybe 2 books. Blocks you can pick up for like £3, not a problem, with somewhere like Tiger or something. And place your blocks on either side of your mat, and then your hands can be on your blocks. I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see me. Okay. So we've come here into a lunge, okay, and I think we just extend the leg back behind you. So either extending it back behind you or just keeping the knee down and using the extra height to help you open the chest. So from here, we're going to take the arms all the way up and reach up. And lower the hands down. Okay. So the next part of the sequence is going to be coming into a plank. Now, from here, we can take the leg back behind us. So normally we would tuck the toes under, straighten the back leg and come back into a plank here. So I don't have to be on the blocks, but if you find it difficult with your arms, you'd be on the blocks. So we're coming into a plank here. Now again, this is quite difficult for many people. So maybe your plank is just going to be half a plank. So all you're going to do is you're just going to start by just shifting the weight forwards and tuck the toes under. And maybe this is all you're going to do. So from your lunge here, okay, you're going to step back, tuck the toes under, shift your weight forwards, engage the belly, and this is your plank. Maybe what you can do is you can just straighten one leg and lower and change. So moving with the breath, nice inhale as you extend and exhale, lower down. And then eventually you can build up to a nice plank, or maybe you just hold and lower down. So you just lift up and lower down. Okay. That's your alternative to a plank. Now, from the plank, we are bringing the knees down and we were scooping forward into a cobra. So let me turn to the side because I think it's easier for you to see. So from the plank here, we were bringing the knees down and we were scooping, bending at the elbows and scooping forward into a cobra. Now, again, there's a lot of body strength required here. Bending at the elbows, sticking the bottom up and scooping under, okay? So perhaps that you just can't get there today, okay? So in order to go into a cobra from this position, what you can do is you can take your forearm down and the other forearm down. You can tuck the toes under and then tuck the other toes under and lower down, okay? Or from here, you can just slide one leg back and then slide the other leg back and come down. And then move your hands in line with your chest, elbows in, gazing forward. And then we transition into downward facing dog. So from here, again, lower down, tuck the toes under, engage the belly if you can, and push back towards your bottom. Now, normally we'd come straight up into downward facing dog, okay? So we come straight up from the position on the floor. But maybe for you, when you've come into cobra, so let's go from cobra. So you're going to come to cobra here, okay? And to engage the belly and tuck the toes under and push all the way back into cobra is just too much. So what you're going to do is you're going to come into a cat position here, tuck the toes under and push all the way back. And then to come forward into a lunge, you're going to lower your knees down, use the blocks if you need to, and then just take the leg forward. Now for lots of people, lots of beginners, coming into a lunge, the leg just comes here. So sometimes you just have to help it. And if you create space in the upper body, then you're able to create some room for the leg to come underneath, okay? So we come into a lunge here. Take the arms up like we did before. Lower the arms down. And then to come back up, you're just going to tuck your toes under, walk your hands towards your knees, shift your weight. I'm going to move here forward a bit more. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Push your weight into your toes and then walk your hands up your legs and come up to standing. So, I hope that was helpful with a few alterations to the sun salutation. Okay, have a great day everybody, bye.